Kelyn, first of all, congratulations on your retirement. I got to ask, what brings you back to town?
I mean, it's somewhere where I spent most of my 20s, what I would say, the part where I grew up and became like an adult. And so I wanted to come back. I wanted to see the guys that are still playing. You know, you have CT in the front office. You get so many people around. Scott Caldwell, who also just retired, and so I was able to see him and his kid and his family. It's just, for me, it was a good way to have a closure to the end of my career.
And I know you just got here as well, so you haven't really had a chance yet to interact with the fans. But what is that going to be like for you to interact with them and get a little bit of that love?
Well, they've already shared a beer with me in the parking lot, and it was funny because they was like, "Hey, Kelyn, like, good to see you. Here's a beer. Here's a beer. Here's a beer." I'm like, guys, just one, please, come on. But it's pretty great knowing that, you know, even with being gone for the last 4 years now, they're still great. They still support everything about me, and what's great is that every single story I've gotten is not, you know, the goal you scored or the game we won. It was always the kid you hosted. And I think that's great.
What are some of the memories that are sort of flooding back for you as you're back at Gillette for the first time in a while?
There's so many. I remember as I was parking, it was like I remember walking through these doors. I remember the line of the photos that you had on walking through here. And I know when I'm stepping on that field, I'm gonna just have all these flood of emotions because it was a big part of my life and a big part of my career, having the fans here. But I think for me, one of the home games I remember was that 2014 Eastern Conference Final here against New York, and it was just it was so loud. And I remember I only came on for 10 minutes, which is crazy. You know, it's one of those games that I didn't really contribute. But I remember the fans, I remember the game, I remember the emotions, I remember the team, and it was one of my favorite moments.
You left a legacy here, not only on the field, but off the field as well, because you began the Nigu crew here, and not only did it continue with Matt Turner after you left, now Matt has left, Andrew Farrell has taken over. I know you're actually repping Andrew Farrell right now, close to your heart.
Mr. New England.
What is that? What does that mean to you that you started Nigu crew here and it lives on beyond your time in New England?
It's pretty great. I remember when I left New England, both times, it was, it wasn't so much a thank you for your play. It was, but everyone that I talked to, whether it be fans, front office, anyone around, was thank you for your being a good person. It was for thank you for starting Nigu crew, and the fact that Matt came on and was so willing and so able to do it, and he crushed it. And I was actually able to see it when I came back with Salt Lake. That was an incredible moment. And now for Farrell, I mean, a guy who has been here most of my career when I was here, and someone who has really put a foot forward on the field, and now putting a foot forward, off, which he's already done many of times, winning. I mean, humanitarian of the year, I think 3 years as well. And so the fact that he's willing to take on something that we had created and he has seen, and now he's going to grow himself, it's just incredible. It gives me a lot of pride and a lot of smiles, and I've talked to Farrell about it, and he's very excited to kind of get going, and he's been a part of the process already, and so the fact that he can do it on his own and the fans are still willing to have this Nigu crew involved, man, it's pretty incredible.
Kelyn, it's great to have you back. We hope you have a fantastic evening.